Welcome back, everybody. This is Eric and Chad here with Iraq Veteran 8888. Today, we've got another Gun Gripe episode for you, and we wanted to just very quickly shed a little bit of light on SB-281 here in Georgia. This is a bill that's been introduced in Georgia. Now, it's an assault weapons ban. We don't really expect it to go anywhere, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't take it seriously. My very quick theory on the matter, I believe that it's some saber rattling by the Democrats here in Georgia because obviously they see what's going on in Virginia and they want to garner attention for the Democrats here in this state.
They're doing something.
And they want to have the appearance that they're trying to accomplish something. Now, obviously, the House and Senate and governor here in Georgia, it's all Republican across the board, and we have lots and lots of seats. So I seriously doubt it's going to go anywhere, but it's still important that you contact your local reps here in Georgia, find out which district you're in, contact that district congressman, representatives, and make sure that you're voicing your concerns. And trust me, they're going to listen, okay? It's very, very important. Do not sit on your hands, okay? Now, trust me, it probably ain't even going to, it's probably not even going to make it to the floor at all. Like, it's not even going to get heard.
It hasn't even been assigned to a committee yet.
Right. It won't even probably hit the floor, but if it does, make sure your representatives know what's going on. And it's a far-reaching, of course, entirely generic assault weapons ban that covers basically all semi-automatics there is.
Yeah, and even like, FUD guns, like duck hunting shotguns and stuff. Like, if it's semi-automatic, it's out of here.
Well, what makes me a little bit angry, all right? And this is
angry or hangry?
No. This is a little bit of a gripe within a gripe.
Okay.
Is that I noticed that when I first saw this bill pop up, it was because like I forget which Sportsman's Foundation, like Sportsman's Alliance or something.
Georgia Sportsman's Alliance.
It was like Georgia Sportsman's Alliance, and it was a picture of a shotgun and ducks and stuff, and they're like, shotgun hunters may lose the ability to have their duck hunting guns. And I'm thinking, like, is that all you people care about?
I got it right here. Georgia, let's see. sportsmansalliance.org.
Right.
It's got a picture of
like
SX3 Winchester.
A Browning or something.
Look.
Yeah.
Right there. See?
I mean, so you only care about FUD guns?
It says, Georgia legislation bans common hunting and sporting guns.
This ain't about sporting guns, okay? Now look. I'm gonna tell you briefly. I told you so. Okay. Yeah. All these people say, "Oh well, I'm a FUD, and I think you should only have a bolt-action rifle. You should only have a 2-shot shotgun." Well, guess what? When they get rid of all of the ARs and AKs and all the evil black guns that you don't like, they're gonna come after your dang duck guns. Okay. Well, so you might as well fight it when you see it, no matter what it is, and don't look at it from such a partisan issue. It's a far-reaching gun ban that's going to affect lots of different people, not just the freaking FUDs with semi-automatic duck guns. Come on, people. Have a little bit more courage. I mean, I get it. I know that, some people only care about the activities that they partake of within the realm of the gun world, right? Oh, well, I only use semi-automatic duck hunting shotguns. Therefore, that's the only reason I'm going to fight this? Come on, man. This is far more reaching than that. AR-15s, AK-47s, other semi-automatics, and full auto rifles are commonly in use all over the state of Georgia. I can't tell you a single farmer that doesn't have an AR laying around or an AK. It's a very common use item. So to just generalize it as only hunters, come on, man. This is way more than just hunters.
So I've been reading through this thing, and I don't know who writes these bills, but they don't know anything about guns. They never do. Yeah. I mean, like, listen to this, all right? So, to revise the nomenclature for weapons which shoot or are designed to shoot automatically more than 6 shots without manually reloading by a single function of the trigger. What does that even mean?
What does
it mean?
Basically, all right, so how do they arrive at this number 6? All right, I'm going to tell you.
All right, I want to know. Inquiring minds must know.
I'm going to tell you how they wound up on number 6, okay? Because a 1911 only holds 7 shots. So they're like, all right, what's the lowest capacity semi-automatic handgun we can possibly think of? Right?
If you load one in the chamber and then load the mag, it holds 8.
Right, but the mag holds 7 rounds. Okay.
Okay.
So in their mind, they're like, oh, well, what is the lowest capacity handgun we can possibly think of? All right, well, 1911. right? So that's why they chose 6 as a number, just so they can, by proxy.
Are you sure that's something you didn't just read on a forum?
No,
somewhere?
I'm positive, because there was another gun bill, and I'm speaking out of turn here because there's so many of them all across the country that it's easy to forget about them. But I think there was actually one Democrat that had submitted a gun bill, and they were like, oh, we think it's okay for people to have a 1911. We think that every gun owner should have access to a 1911. Like, that's a good defensive gun. But just because it doesn't hold a lot of shots. And in their mind, they're like, oh, it's the lowest capacity handgun, so we'll just start there. That's why they start there. That's why they chose 6, because the 1911 only holds 7.
So stupid.
So by proxy, they can essentially just blanketly say, oh, well, it's all handguns, when really they don't want it to have the appearance of that, so that when you read the bill, you go, oh, it's not that bad. It's only handguns that hold more than 6 shots. Well, that's all handguns, genius. They all hold over 6.
Well, you can keep your revolvers then, until we...
And that's exactly what they have in their
Because they're
minds.
kind of semi-automatic. I mean...
Well, if you're Jerry, they shoot fast as a semi.
But seriously, I mean, it's like, it doesn't have a magazine, so it can't be banned, right?
But it's the unintended consequences of why things are put together. And when you read it, that's exactly why they're referring to it in that way.
God,
because
so
most handguns hold more than 6 shots. So, of course, they want to ban all handguns.
All right.
So silly.
So just
absurd.
some of the stupid stuff, all right? The usual rigmarole, okay? No person shall have in his or her possession any sawed-off shotgun, sawed-off rifle, automatic or semi-automatic gun at all, large capacity magazine, dangerous weapon, or silencer, except for provided in code section yakety yak. So basically, like, if you have an automatic rifle, or an automatic pistol, or a silencer, or an NFA item, you're good, okay? If it's registered with the federal government, you're good, okay? Let's see.
Oh, and of course it does not apply to police officers.
It doesn't apply to a peace officer of any duly authorized police agency of this
course.
state or any political subdivision thereof. Member of the National Guard, yakety yak.
Whatever.
All right. It doesn't apply to what? Oh, it doesn't apply to any of these items that have been made inoperative. Okay. Let's see.
Basically, it ain't going nowhere.
Security officer. There was a thing in here about, I didn't mark it. There was a thing in here about storage for dealers. Let's see.
And that's a very similar storage clause that they've added in Virginia as well. So It almost makes you wonder, right, if the Democrats in Virginia didn't go, hey, here you go, and blow the dust off of it and just let someone change the title, and there you go. There's a, I guarantee you there's probably a circle of people in the anti-gun community, and they go, hey, I need an assault weapons ban. Here you go, change the name.
Yep, so here you go. All right, so when a dealer is not open for business, all inventory firearms in such dealer's place of business shall be secured, stored using one of the following methods, okay, appropriate to each firearm. Secure the firearm with a hardened steel rod or cable of at least 1/8 of an inch in diameter through the trigger guard of each firearm. Steel rod or cable should be secured with a hardened lock that has a shackle. The lock and the shackle shall be protected or shielded from the use of a bolt cutter, and the rod or shackle or cable shall be anchored in a manner that prevents removal of such firearm from the premises. Or store the firearm in a locked fireproof safe or vault at the dealer's place of business.
So hey, gun dealer who has a $20,000 shotgun on the wall, run this clanky cable through the trigger guard every evening and put scratches all over your $20,000 shotgun. Oh, and never mind physics, right? Never mind the fact that anybody who's ever cut any piece of metal with a pair of bolt cutters knows that you have to have some gnarly chain to not get through a bolt cutter. 1/8 of an inch, that ain't going to stop nothing. Any decent bolt cutter will snap right through anything that's
and that's even braided cable too. Braided cable can't hold it.
Braided cable won't hold up. That's such bull crap. That's a very cumbersome policy. Most FFLs lock their guns up anyway.
Yep.
All right, that's not even a thing.
The whole thing about having to run a cable through every single firearm or lock them up in a safe. I mean, you got places in Georgia here like Adventure Outdoors that has thousands upon thousands of firearms. I mean, it's just not practical for them to have every single gun stored in a safe or some vault.
Well, they also have nightly security. Like, they have a security team that watches the place at night. So you're not... Yeah.
But it's just
It's a death wish to break in that place.
Yeah, it is. But all this kind of crap it's just a ploy to try to keep people from getting into like the gun business just because of all the regulations and bullcrap that they bring down the pipeline. It's just like trying to be a gun dealer in California. There's so much red tape you have to go through.
It's purposely prohibitive,
Yeah.
so that you just don't even want to partake of it, and that's the issue, right? So anything that is so harshly regulated that makes someone doesn't want to, make them not want to do it, even though they really want to, it's kind of like denying that right altogether.
Yep. This thing has magazine bands, as well, okay? You can keep your 30 round as long as you modify them to hold less than 10 shots, okay? So, you can keep your 30 round mags, you just got to modify them. They can't hold more than 10, okay? Good to go. All right.
Look, guys, all right, we're going to end this video. It's probably not going to go anywhere, but pay attention to this bill. It's important that as Georgians, we come together and support each other in these times, and understand that, these elected representatives, they answer to the people. Contact your reps and complain and let them know respectfully, hey, I don't support this, and we vote, and we're not going to vote you back in if you support this, and trust me, it ain't going nowhere in Georgia, but don't assume. Don't sit on your hands. Contact your reps and let your thoughts be known. It's very important.
These kind of bills like this, I don't even like to see them get to committee. I like to see them kill before they even get assigned to a committee. And that was like, all right, we're good.
We're out of here.
We're out of here. So,
thanks for watching, guys. We really appreciate all of you. Those of you who support us through Patreon, if you purchase man cans, t-shirts over on Ballistic Ink, we really appreciate all of you who see value in what we do. If you want to support us directly, those are the best ways to do so, is by purchasing a man can, supporting us on Patreon, or picking up a t-shirt. All those funds go right back into supporting our channel, keeping us in the fight as hard as we can be. We're using our platform to fight for the Second Amendment. We really, really hope that you guys continue watching, and we really appreciate the years of support. Thank you. We'll see you soon.
See you guys.